Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Commentary Hub's alternative audio coverage of MK Dons against Arsenal's under-21 side in the Bristol Street Motors Trophy, or to give its official name, the EFL Trophy in Southern Group E. I'm your alternative commentator, Nicholas Jones, and this is the second match day for both sides in this competition. Before we go any further into this, we'll give you the lineup, starting with MK Dons. In goal is number 12, Craig McGillivray. Number 2, Joe Pritchard. Number 3, the captain, Dean Lewington. Number 5, Sam Sherring. Number 6, MJ Williams. Number 9, Ellis Harrison. Number 21, Brooklyn Ilunga. Number 28, Tom Carroll. Number 33, Demarai Singh Hurdit. And number 39, Sonny Finch. For Arsenal, in goal is number 54, Lucas Nygaard. Number 6, Michael Rosiak. Number 47, Madani Kakuri. Number 50, the captain, Zane Monlouis. Number 61, Josh Robinson. Number 82, Andre Anuus. Number 44, Jimmy Gower. Number 49, Miles Lewis Skelly. Number 56, Salah Ulad Hand. Number 7, Ismail Kabia. 46, I should say, Ismail Kabia. And number 37, Nathan Butler Oyedeji. So we'll just wait for official numbers to come through in just a moment or two. As I correct my numbers, I appear to have been given the wrong numbers. Just correcting them now. So the game is taking place at the MK Dons at the Stadium MK, I should say, home, of course, of MK Dons. We'll also be keeping an eye out for. We'll also be keeping an eye on Leyton Orient and Colchester United. They are both in the same group of the competition. This is the Southern Group E. Arsenal and Colchester are the early leaders with 3 points each. Leyton Orient and MK Dons yet to score a point. And it's raining heavily in this part of northern Buckinghamshire. The fans now taking their places inside the stands. And while we've got a chance, let's go through our match officials. The referee is Matthew Russell, with David Harrison and Jonathan Block, the assistant referees. And the fourth official is Andy Bennett. So we'll start with the results for Arsenal. They haven't won a Premier League 2 match since September the 23rd, and that is because they've lost their last 2 and are currently 6th in the Premier League 2 table. For MK Dons, they haven't won a match since September the 7th, when they beat Walsall 1-0, and their last match was a 1-1 draw against Tranmere Rovers. Currently 14th in the League 2 table. Last stages of the preparation are taking place. The fans and the groundsman now cleaning up the pitch just to make sure that everything is okay before we can go. Before we can go ahead. We now have less than 5 minutes to go before kickoff. The officials and other stewards are making their way out onto the pitch. we have to wait for the teams to emerge. We can only hope, that the game will not be rained off because of the conditions. Just been a couple of the substitutes coming onto the pitch, coming into the pitch, and some of the physios making their way out as well. And out come the referees and the players. So we will have a game after all. And now the team's making their way out onto the pitch. MK Dons wearing all white. Arsenal will be wearing a black away strip. So a lot of young talent for Arsenal. This is a youth and academy team after all. Youth and academy teams have been playing in the EFL Trophy for almost 10 years now. And the team's now going through the traditional handshakes and also wishing everybody good luck as the match officials. MK Dons now sprinting away to get into a huddle. See a few people still standing on the pitch, huddling under their umbrellas. Now just going through MK Dons. Their lineup is a 3-4-2 formation, but Gillivray is in goal with Lewington, Sharing, and Tripp, the back four. And yeah, that's right, Callum Tripp. And the midfielders are Ilunga, Williams, Carroll, and Pritchard, with Finch and Singh Herdit, the forwards. Just wait for the Arsenal lineups to be confirmed as the two captains go over to shake hands with each other. So we have Nygaard in goal, then Robinson, Skelly, Gower, Kakuri, Monluis, then Salah, Uladumhand, then Rosiak, Anuus, Kabia, and Butler Ode, and Butler Oyedeji. And they are managed by Mehmet Ali. MK Dons are managed by Scott Lindsay. So we're now just waiting for kickoff to start. And Matthew Russell directs everyone to their appropriate positions. It'll be Arsenal that will kick us off, and the man to do that will likely is Nathan Butler Oyedeji. So Butler Oyedeji stands over the ball. And away we go then for the Bristol Street Motors Trophy between MK Dons and Arsenal's under-21s. And MK Dons look to have had control of the ball early, straight on, but a throw in to Arsenal. Throw in quickly taken by Josh Robinson, and it goes out of play again to MK Dons. Dean Lewington to take the throw. He's been with MK Dons since the very beginning and is 41 years old. Ball now quickly passed to their goalkeeper, McGillivray. McGillivray does well to control the situation. It looked like Arsenal were going to try and to have a chance at it, but the ball still remains with MK Dons. Now currently holding the ball is Singh Herdit. Singh Herdit quickly passes to Sam Sherring. Sherring to Callum Tripp, and down the wing to Lewington, although Arsenal were closing in on him fast. That looks like Robinson after Brooklyn Ilunga, but somehow the Dons still managed to keep hold of the ball. Being passed around to Singh Herdit. Forgot to mention that we are hoping to get Russ Vernon on at half time for his as he is at Rotherham United's match this evening against Newcastle United's under-21 side. So we'll hope to hear from him on how that game went on how that game is going. We will let you know. We'll let you know sometime after the halftime break. So it's a throw into Arsenal, and I think the man to take the ball is Kakari. So and now it's still with Arsenal, but given away to Lucas Nygaard. Nygaard passes to, I think that was Robinson, or was it? No, it was Hand. Still with Arsenal. And the ball now being played forward to, I think that was Ismail Kabia, and Kabia has been fouled. I think he was pushed behind by Dean Lewington. We'll have to have another look at it. And definitely a shove in the back. I think he might have tripped him up, or I think that might have been a further trip up, but nothing given. So Lewington lucky to get away with it. Now the ball is with Kabia. It's Kabia to, I think that was Kabia to, I couldn't see who. Now the ball is with Kabia. Kabia! And that was almost finished off by Nathan Butler Oyedeji. So 3 minutes in, it's MK Dons 0, Arsenal under-21s 0. Good setup by Kabia, but Butler Oyedeji, I should say, was able to hold him off. No, I mean, Butler Oyedeji almost sent it in, but was rebut. So the ball is now back. The ball is still with Arsenal. Straight after their goalkeeper, but given away almost to Brooklyn Ilunga. And this time Brooklyn Ilunga has been fouled. Free kick to MK Dons. And this could well be the chance for the first goal of the match to be scored. And no goals coming in as of yet between Colchester and Leyton Orient. That was a foul. That was a foul by Josh Robinson. I couldn't see who it was first time, but now I do. So it'll be either Joe Pritchard or Dean Lewington that will take the free kick. Lewington stands over the ball. The rest of the Arsenal squad now making their way into the 18-yard box, trying to form the defensive wall. Referee waits patiently and sounds the whistle. Lewington raises his arm and kicks the ball in towards the 18-yard box. Almost headed by, I think that was Ilunga, but kept out by Arsenal. Ball now goes to McGillivray. McGillivray gives it back to Lewington. Now he passes it to Callum Tripp. It's Tripp to, I couldn't see who it was, but it was actually MJ Williams. So MJ Williams, straight back to McGillivray. McGillivray clears it out of goal. Headed by Butler Oyedeji towards Kabia, but nicked by MK Dons, and the ball almost taken by Arsenal's number 50. And straight away to take the throw is Josh Robinson. So Robinson gets ready. To throw. He throws to Mhand. Mhand now to number 49, Miles Lewis Skelly. Still with Arsenal though. And now the ball is being pressed forward. That was almost, I think that was meant for Ismail Kabia, but he was too far back, and Craig McGillivray was able to pick that one up for him. So the ball is now back with MK Dons. Callum Tripp trying to weave his way through, but he has to back pass quickly to Sam Sherring. Sherring to Ulunga. Now back towards Sherring. Given straight back to McGillivray. McGillivray to MJ Williams. Arsenal trying to hunt them down through Jimmy Gower. But MK Dons still But MK Dons still able to hold on, and a foul on an MK Dons player. I couldn't see who it was. I think he was trying. I think it looked like he was going to have a go at him. I can just make out it's Ellis Harrison. Free kick given to MK Dons straight away, and after almost 7 minutes, it's still MK Dons 0. Arsenal under 21s 0. Back now with Tripp to I think that might have been Sonny Finch. It was. So McGillivray passes it out to Callum Tripp. Now down the wing to Dean Lewington. Pritchard. Almost intercepted by Arsenal. In fact, it has been taken now by Maldini Kakuri, but given straight back to Joe Pritchard. Pritchard passes to Singh heard it. Saved though by Lucas Nygaard. And now given away to MK, and now passed that back to Arsenal, I should say. Ball is now with I think that's the I can't make out who it is. That looked like Andre Anuas, but given straight away back to MK Dons. This is Sonny Finch. It's Sonny Finch pressing on towards the goal. He's now inside the 18-yard box. Deflected away by Arsenal. That was a very good deflection. And corner given straight away to MK Dons. Taken back and it goes straight over the bar. So that was the ball being played out to Ellis Harrison, but deflected by Anuas, and over it goes. So the ball now about to be given as a goal kick to Arsenal. Good pass around. The ball is now with Jimmy Gower. Gower did well to pass it to Oyadeji, but did well to pass to Oyadeji, but nothing doing here. And that was actually the captain, Monluis, who had it momentarily. This is Callum Tripp. Tripp concedes to Arsenal, and now after the ball is Salah Uladum Hand, and given back to MK Dons. Now the ball is with Singh heard it. Has to give it back, and bounces off Zayn Monluis to that looked to me it was Lewis Skelly, and Arsenal now pressing forwards with Jimmy Gower. Gower passes the ball to one of his teammates. I think that might have been Rosiak. So Rosiak. Now the ball this time is with Josh Robinson. Robinson cut out by Callum Tripp. And still nothing coming in between Leyton Orient and Colchester United. Still holding on to the ball is Lewis Skelly. To Mhand. Now it's with now it was momentarily with Anus to Rosiak back to Anus. Now the ball being crossed down the wing to Ismail Kabia to Robinson, or should that be Kabia to Robinson? Given back to Robinson. That was via given back to Robinson. I think that was via Butler Oyedeji. No, in fact, it wasn't. It was Maldini Kakuri to Rosiak. Now back towards Monlouis, the captain. 12 minutes in, still MK Dons 0, Arsenal 0. And out of the goal has come Lucas Nygaard. Nygaard quickly passing to Kakuri. Kakuri this time to Kabir. And Lewington trying to get after the ball for MK Dons. So far, not succeeding. And down goes Sonny Finch. I think he was fouled by Ismail Kabia. So Lewington to I couldn't see who. And after the ball goes Nathan Butler Oyedeji, but MK Dons are able to see to that. Now the ball has been passed to Tom Carroll. Carroll up the wing to Sam Sherring. Sherring to Singh Herdit. Back towards Sherring. Now passing to Tom Carroll. Carroll to Callum Tripp. Now back towards the captain Lewington. Given away though to Arsenal. And it's Kabir. No, it isn't. It's Robinson this time. Robinson to Rosiak. Rosiak passing this time. The ball being passed around. I think that was Anus to Robinson. Robinson passing straight away to Kakuri. Kakuri to Robinson. Robinson this time to Kabir. Kabir under pressure from Brooklyn Ilunga. Ball being crossed into the 18-yard box, kept out by MK Dons. No one's made an attempt, a convincing attempt, I should say, to score as Sonny Finch goes down, but nothing given to the offender. And free kick throw-in given to MK Dons. So the game resumes. It was MJ Williams up the wing to Joe Pritchard. Now passing the ball around to Williams. Picked up this time by Tom Carroll. McGillivray to Callum Tripp. So Callum Tripp trying to weave his way through. In fact, he was actually going to pass it to Sonny Finch, but intercepted by Josh Robinson. Rosiak now for Arsenal, defending the ball really well. And the ball has now been passed to Zane Monlouis. Monlouis to I think that was Kakuri. Back now to Nygaard in goal. And the ball is being crossed up the field, but picked up by Craig McGillivray. McGillivray now with the ball. Ball being passed around by MK Dons. Ball is now with Callum Tripp. Callum Tripp under pressure from Anus. As another MK Dons player goes down. Play still goes on though. That was Kabir almost being tripped up, but he was able. That was Kabir almost being tripped up, but he was able to hold on to the ball. Ball is now with Michael Rosiak. Rosiak towards Robinson. It's Josh, and so currently it's Josh Robinson with the ball. 16 minutes gone. MK Dons 0. Arsenal under 21s 0. It's Kakuri now. It's Kakuri now with the ball, and passing to Ismail Kabia. but out of the pitch it goes for a throw-in, quickly taken by Ellis Sims. It's Sims to Sonny Finch. Sonny Finch being pressurised, but the ball does not go in. And that looked like a very convincing attempt at goal by Joe Pritchard. So the throw-in superbly delivered towards Sonny Finch. Rosiak was right behind him, gave a bit of a shove. That was all it took to have the ball deflected away, and Pritchard just couldn't take advantage of the rebound. So it looks as though one of the teams has surely got to score soon. The question is, which one? And still nothing new. And still nothing new by way of goals between Colchester and MK Dons. Colchester and Leyton Orient and Colchester, I should say. Ball now being bounced up. Ball now bouncing around, picked up by MK Dons, headed by Sam Sherring. Almost given away to Arsenal, and an Arsenal player has gone down. The referee sensibly stops the match for the time being. It's Ismail Kabia. Kabia looks like he's been winded. He appears to be all right, and he got tangled up with Sonny Finch. Or did he? No, it was No, he didn't. It was the captain, Lewington. Lewington's been involved in one too many incidents, in my view. If he doesn't watch out, he'll get a yellow card for this. And the ball now being crossed towards Ilunga, and saved by Lucas Nygaard. But it's over the line, and it will be a corner to MK Dons. And so to take the corner is I think that's Tom Carroll. He raises his arm and kicks the ball towards the 18-yard box, but Arsenal able to hold that off, or was that a mistimed MK Dons header? I think it was probably the latter. MK Dons still managed to hold on to the ball despite Arsenal having a sniff of it. Ball now out towards Tom Carroll. Carroll to Callum Tripp. Now the ball is back with. Now the ball is being passed around to MJ Williams. MJ Williams for MK Dons. He's under pressure from Andre Anus. Does well to hold him off. Tripp towards MJ Williams. Now back towards Tripp. Although Salah Uladum Hand was right behind him. Still with MK Dons, or is it? No, it went over the line for an Arsenal throw-in. Ball now being thrown to, I think that was Hand. It was. Now the ball has been picked up by Ellis Sims. Given away to Arsenal, though. It's now Zane Monlouis. Monlouis to Rosiak. Rosiak to Jimmy Gower. Back now towards Rosiak. Now Josh Robinson. He's the other side of the centre line. To Kabia. Now back with Kakuri. Kakuri, he's in the centre circle. Passes swiftly to Josh Robinson. Across by Robinson towards Kabia. Although I think I might have got my players mixed up momentarily. And still nothing new, and still no scores between MK Dons and Colchester United. So still 0-0 between MK Dons and Arsenal. Now currently with the ball is MJ Williams. MJ Williams to Callum Tripp. Nicked by Arsenal. That was by Butler Oyedeji. The ball is now with I couldn't see who it was. I think that might have actually been Salah Uladum Hand. The situation has been dealt with very quickly by MK Dons. This is Tom Carroll. Carroll, or is it Carroll? No, it isn't. It's MK. It was MJ Williams. MJ Williams crossing to Ellis Harrison. He's almost sandwiched by the Arsenal defenders, and a free kick given to Arsenal for something. A free kick given to Arsenal for something. This was the attempt at goal we saw just now, saved by McGillivray. That looked almost convincing by Ismail Kabia. Arsenal controlling the ball so far. Robinson almost given away to Ilunga for MK Dons, and the Dons now have it. This is Tom Carroll. Carroll crossing to Joe Pritchard. It's Joe Pritchard with the ball for the Dons. That's the quickly back pass to MJ Williams. Nice Lewington. And saved by Nygaard. Neither side is willing to concede 1 inch. We're almost halfway into this game, and it's still MK Dons 0, Arsenal under 21s 0. And no goals coming in between Colchester and between Leighton Orient and Colchester. All now currently with Miles Lewis Skelly. It's Lewis Skelly to Robinson via Kakuri. Robinson passes to Kabir. Now back towards Robinson. But a mistimed pass to Butler Oyedeji given away has cost Arsenal the ball, and MK Dons have retaken it. It's Callum Tripp to Lewington, Tripp to McGillivray in goal, and McGillivray crossing to Pritchard, but now the ball is this time with Singh Heard it to Tom Carroll. That seemed to me as though MJ Williams was gesticulating for him to try to pass it to him, but it didn't come off. MK Dons still managed to have the ball though. McGillivray clearing the ball up. McGillivray clears the ball out of the goal towards Singh Heard it. It's Singh Heard it passing to Harrison, but now taken by Finch. Harrison back towards Singh Heard it, and the ball just bounced off the head of Zayn Monlouis. Had Monlouis not been there, that could well have been the goal for MK Dons. Finch did well to pass to Harrison inside the 18-yard box, but well-timed deflection by Monlouis, and that kept MK Dons out. Corner given though to MK Dons. And the ball sails into the 18-yard box, headed by Harrison, and MK Dons have scored. They take the lead. That looked like a very convincing goal. That was a very convincing goal by Ellis Harrison. Receives the congratulations from his teammates. Excellent performance in front of goal by Ellis Harrison. And MK Dons lead 1-0. Did well to take advantage of the corner, and the slight dig of his head just sent the ball in. First time of asking. He didn't need a second invitation. Nobody realised he was there. Arsenal now have to regroup, and fast. So the ball now being passed to Rosiak. Rosiak to Jimmy Gower. It's Jimmy Gower currently with the ball for Arsenal. Just over 26.5 minutes in. It's MK Dons 1, Arsenal under 21s 0. Josh Robinson with the ball. It's Zane Monlouis. So Zane Monlouis looking for someone to pass it to, and he quickly passes to Maldini Kakuri. Kakuri back to Monlouis. Monlouis to Monlouis back towards Kakuri. Now the ball is with Josh Robinson. Robinson back towards Kakuri. Kakuri. Now the ball is with Monlouis. So Monlouis has the ball. Monlouis has the ball. No goal. Still no goals coming in between. Still no goals between. Still 0-0 between Leyton Orient and Colchester United at the moment. And the ball is now being passed to Kakuri. Kakuri to Robin down the wing towards Robinson. Now up the wing to Monlouis. Monlouis entering the centre circle. And he passes to and I think he passed to Lewis Scully, who was over the halfway line. Ball now almost inside the goal area. MK Dons do well to hold it off. It's now with Gower. Gower passing to Michael Rosiak. Rosiak to Robert. Rosiak to Monlouis. Monlouis down the wing to Robinson. So Robinson to Akabia. This time to Uladam Hand. But player's been stopped for some reason. I think he might have been offside. So the ball quickly rolled out. So play is resumed. And after the ball goes Hand, but McGillivray sees to that. But poor giveaway to Arsenal. And that looked like Butler Oyedeji. Butler Oyedeji now with the ball in the 18-yard box. Tries to break through, but saved. And the rebound converted by Andreanus. Arsenal have equalised. Amazing goal by Andre Anus. Yet another rebound has provided the first goal for anyone. It was MK Dons a few minutes ago. Now it's Arsenal's turn. McGillivray did all he could to save, but he didn't realise that Andre Anus was there, and it looks like we could now have a real game on our hands. So now it's up to MK Dons to retake the lead. Game is restarted. Passing to McGillivray. McGillivray to Ilunga. Back towards McGillivray. Ball is now currently with Callum Tripp. Tripp trying to thread his way through. Can't. Now with Dean Lewington. Lewington gives the ball away though to Arsenal. That was to Kakuri, but not for long. Free kick given to Arsenal. So Rosiak up the wing to Monlouis. Monlouis to Butler Oyedeji. Will now quickly pass to Nygaard. Now the ball has been retaken by Arsenal. Now it's back with MK Dons. Ellis Harrison retakes the lead for MK Dons. Didn't need Didn't need a second invitation. He just pounced when he needed to. And that was all it took. The congratulations of the tip. He once again receives the congratulations of his team. That looked to me like a poor giveaway by Arsenal, and Harrison just lobbed it over the keeper right there and then, and that was just brilliant by the MK Dons number 9. So the game will be restarted by Arsenal, and Leighton Orient have a goal. The O's have taken the lead in the 30th minute, and that was through Zek Obiero. Now, but back to the here and now. Arsenal looked like they were on the attack for a moment, but MK Dons were able to hold them off. It's Callum Tripp towards Tom Carroll. Tom Carroll was almost passed to a Sonny Finch, but he was held off by Arsenal. Was now with Anus. Anus almost passed to Lewis Skelly, but nothing doing, and the ball goes out for a throw to Arsenal. And to take the throw will be Miles Lewis Skelly. Almost 10 minutes to, or less than, just under 11 minutes to go until half time. So Lewis Skelly throws. And over the line, and picked up again by MK Dons through Callum Tripp. But nicked by Nathan Butler-Oyedeji. Butler-Oyedeji tries to get off the ball through Lewington, and things just got a little bit physical between the two. The referee sensibly breaking them up. And that gives MK Dons a throw-in. It'll be Sam Sherring that will take the throw for MK Dons. Sherring raises his arms. He throws, gives it to Tom Carroll. Now back to Sam Sherring. And Sherring crossing, but headed away by Arsenal. And that was almost a giveaway to Arsenal. But the Dons were able to hold. But the Dons were able to control the situation. Ball now currently with Dean Lewington, the captain. But given away very badly to Arsenal and Ellis. No, that's not right. Miles Lewis Skelly. Was now with Lewington. Now it's been taken by Ilunga, but Ilunga trying to resist the tackles. In fact, he has been tackled by Arsenal, and that was a foul by Ilunga on hand. Ball is now passed to Miles Lewis Skelly. So Miles Lewis Skelly with the ball. Now passes to Salah Ul-Adam Hand. So it's some hand with the ball. Now passing to Josh Robinson. He's entered the 18-yard box now, and Arsenal have equalised again through Nathan Butler-Oyedeji. It looks as though both sides were just wanting to keep the ball out of each other's goal. Now it looks as though one just wants to score after. Now it looks as though one's just wanting to score after the other, and surely Arsenal will be looking to take the lead from them anytime soon. Superb delivery by Robinson, and Butler Oyedeji just finished it off at the right time. At the right time of asking, completely unmarked, and that completely unmarked, and that is his seventh goal of the, and that is his sixth goal of the season in all competitions. MK Dons have now got MK Dons still seemingly have their MK Dons. It's their turn to have. It's their turn to seemingly have their backs up against the wall, and so the game resumes. It's Tom Carroll to Sam Sherring to Ellis Harrison, but almost given away back to Arsenal, but retaken very well by Brooklyn Ilunga. Ilunga with the ball. Passes to MJ Williams, and he did well to a pass to a Sherring who was just over the halfway circle, and the ball goes over the line for an Arsenal under 21s goal kick. So while Nygaard gets ready to kick the ball out of the goal, it still remains 1-0 between Leyton Orient and Colchester. So Rosiak to Hand. Almost given to Monlouis, but easily picked up by Nygaard. Down the wing by Monlouis, I should say, to Kakuri. Headed by Sherring, I think it was. In fact, it was Lewington. Lewington heads the ball towards Callum Tripp, and he does sensibly well to pass to McGillivray in order to stop Nathan Butler Oyedeji going after him. The ball is now with Sonny Finch passing it to McGillivray. McGillivray now to Sam Sherring. So it's Sherring down the wing to Lewington. Lewington to Tripp. And across by Sherring to Harrison, who misses. So from what looked like being a dull opening 20 or so minutes, we now have a real match on our hands. It's Lewington. Lewington was aiming for Sting heard it, but the Arsenal defenders were able to hold him off. It's Carroll to MJ Williams. Now back with Carroll. Carroll to crossing towards Harrison. Singh heard it. Now back with Sam Sherring. Sherring to Ilunga. But kept out by the Arsenal defence. MK Dons still got that third goal though. And nice deflection by Andre Anus towards Nygaard. Ilunga towards Lewington. Lewington with the delivery towards Joe Pritchard, but saved by Lucas Nygaard. Less than 5 minutes to go now. It's MK Dons 2, Arsenal under 21 2. Ilunga given away to Robinson. Over the line it goes, and it will be a throw-in to MK Dons. Lewington to take the throw for them. He throws to Callum Tripp. So Tripp up the wing to Sam Sherring. Sherring to Pritchard. Now back towards Sherring. It's Callum Tripp to Sherring. Now this time with MJ Williams. MJ Williams to Tom Carroll. Carroll up the wing towards Sherring. Now almost picked up by Ilunga, but nicked by Arsenal. Good ball control by Jimmy Gower. Over the line it goes though. And that will be a throw in to Arsenal. It'll be Lewis Skelly that will take the throw for the Gunners. It's ready to aim. He throws to Rosiak. Rosiak gives the ball away to Finch for MK Dons, but now retaken by Lewis Skelly. And Lewis Skelly holds the ball over his head. Gets ready to throw. He throws to Monlouis. Now the ball is with MJ Williams for MK Dons. It's now with the captain Lewington. Lewington up the wing to Sherring. Now it's back with Williams. Williams passes to Damari Singh heard it back to Williams. Williams almost sandwiched between one or two Arsenal defenders, but Arsenal have retaken the ball. Now it's back with MK Dons. Sherring loses it to Mhand. Now the ball is back with Arsenal. This is Butler Oyedeji and fouled by Ilunga. So this will give Arsenal a free kick rapidly taken. It's now with Ismail Kabir. Kabir just outside the 18-yard box. Couldn't find a gap and he wisely passed to Michael Rosiak. Rosiak to Zayn Monlouis. Monlouis to Kabir. Kabir to Mhand. Now back towards Kabir. Cleared out a goal. And it ends up in the hands of Craig McGillivray. McGillivray to Sherring. Now it's with Tom Carroll. Carroll crossing to Harrison, but cut off by Monlouis, who did well to defend for Arsenal. It's Arsenal now pressing forward. Offside flag has been raised, though. I think that might have been against Butler Oyedeji. But play goes on regardless. We're now into the penultimate minute. We're now almost into the final minutes of the first half. This remains to be seen how many minutes will be added for stoppage time. Sorry, it's Pritchard. But over the line it goes. And it will be a throw-in to Arsenal. And Miles Lewis Skelly will be the man to take the throw for the Gunners. We have now entered the 45th. We are now 45 minutes in, and 2 minutes have been added on. So the ball now quickly passed to Nygaard in goal. It's back with Arsenal and Makar and Maldini Kakuri to Monlouis via Nygaard. Monlouis to I think that was Rosiak. Back towards Monlouis though. And it still remains 0-0 currently between Leyton Orient and Colchester. Though we will update you with the scores. Though we will update you with any missed scores during the half-time break. It's Tripp to that looked to me like it was Pritchard. Sherring Down the wing to Lewington, who's a little way outside the halfway circle. It's Tripp to Sharing on the far on the far side of the pitch. Ball almost intercepted by Butler Oyedeji over the line for an MK Dons throw. Still nothing regarding goals between Leyton Orient and Colchester. So it's Lewington with the ball. We're now just a few seconds away from the half-time break. It looked like Arsenal were challenging for a third just now, but they're not going to get it. It's half-time. And what a frenetic last 25 minutes we have had so far. And the halftime score after 45 minutes, it's MK Dons 2, Arsenal under 21s 2. And we'll have further information as and when we can. And in fact, it's now Leyton Orient. And in fact, it's the halftime score between Leyton Orient and Colchester United. So Leyton Orient lead Colchester United by a goal to 0. We're gonna go for a quick break, but when we come back, we'll let you know the halftime results of the other EFL Trophy matches, and we'll hope to have a word with Russ Vernon. During the match between us about the game between Rotherham and Newcastle's under 21 sides. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Commentary Hub's alternative audio coverage of Arsenal against MK Dons in the Bristol Street Motors Trophy Southern Group E. We were hoping to have Ross Vernon with us to give his thoughts on Rotherham against Newcastle United's under-21 match, but we have been unable to reach him. We'll hopefully try and get through to him before full time. We'll hopefully try and get through to him after full time. But in the meantime, let's take a look at the other results in the Bristol Street Motors Trophy. Currently, the results are on half-time. Carlisle United 0, Wigan Athletic 2. Cheltenham United against Reading has been postponed due to a waterlogged pitch. Fleetwood Town 2, Barrow 0. Leighton Orient 1, Colchester United 0, as we know. And our featured match, MK Dons 2, Arsenal under-21s 2. Morecambe 1, Nottingham Forest under-21 1. Notts County 0, Northampton Town 1. Peterborough United 2, Stevenage 0. Rotherham United 2, Newcastle United under-21s 0. Swindon Town 4, Tranmere Bristol Rovers 0. And finally Tranmere Rovers 0, Accrington Stanley 0. The games that are currently going on. Grimsby Town against Lincoln City is 0-0 after 30 minutes. Shrewsbury Town against Birmingham City is Shrewsbury Town 0 Shrewsbury Town 0, Birmingham City 2 is the current score after 31 minutes. Wrexham 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers under-21 0 is the current score after 31 minutes. Bolton Wanderers 0, Aston Villa under-21s 0 is the current score after 15 minutes. Crawley Town 0, AFC Wimbledon 0 is the current score after 16 minutes. And also after 60 minutes, Crewe Alexandra 0, Harrogate Town 0, and Huddersfield Town 0, Barnsley 0. And he's been given an update from Russ. Rotherham are playing really well, and Jordan Hugill has taken both goals well. So apparently I'll be unable to hear him due to the loud music in the ground. Plus he's got low battery on his communication device. So if you can hear me, Russ, you can send me a written report, or you can even record one after full time. So we're now just a couple of minutes away I should say, from the start of the second half, and both teams now going through some warm-up exercises, such as MK Dons. Let's get back to it right now. Let's get back to it, and so we could well see an appearance from the substitutes, which I didn't have time to mention before the start of the match. So here we go. The substitutes for MK Dons are the reserve goalkeeper, number 12, Nathan Harness, number 37, Albert Wood, number 18, Tommy Lee, number 40, Rianne Silva, number 27, Joe White, number 38, Keon Lewis Burgess, and number 49, Chase Medwinter. For Arsenal, reserve goalkeeper, number 55, Brian Okomwo, number 59, Christopher Elian Thorne, number 51, Josh Nichols, number 86, Teo Julien, number 39, Harrison Dudziak, number 43, Romari Ford, and number 42, Sebastian Ferdinand. So we are now just waiting for. So we're now just a few minutes wait. So we're now just a couple of minutes away from the game to resume. And there are still a sizable number of people inside the stands. Some have gone off for some half-time refreshments. So that's dealt with, and the Arsenal players now coming out onto the pitch. Will be MK Dons the MK Dons that will resume going for us. They'll be going from left to right, and Arsenal will be going from right. I've just seen Tom Carroll do a bit of exercises, flexing his legs on the ground. And any second now, we shall be ready for the start of the second half. Just waiting for the referee to blow the whistle and signal the start of the second half. And it will be Sonny Finch that will kick off that will be kicking off proceedings. A last minute chat with the referee before the game resumes. And he walks to the side just to make sure that everyone is in position and that we are ready to kick off. A bit of a delay in getting the second half ready. It doesn't normally take that long. And away we go then for the second half between MK Dons and Arsenal in the Bristol Street Motors Trophy. And a substitution has been made for Arsenal. Josh Nichols on in place of Josh Robinson. And MK Dons now going after the ball with Ilunga, but swiftly taken back by Josh Nichols. So it's Nichols, hand, now back towards Nichols. He's running up the pitch. Passes to Nathan Butler-Oyedeji. Butler-Oyedeji has to back out. And that's a cross. But I couldn't see who it was. It might have been Monlouis, but it doesn't come off, and he's aimed it at the wrong angle. I couldn't see if anybody was inside the 18-yard box. If there was, then let me know in the comments. And also should mention that as well as being live on the Commentary Hub, we're also live on the Commentary Hub too, and on our Twitch channel. So Monlouis gives the ball. Monlouis to Josh Nichols, and it's Nichols to Cabia, back towards Nichols, and Nichols has made an impact for Arsenal straight away. I mean his legwork and ball control was just nigh on superb. Ball being passed to Craig McGillivray. McGillivray almost conceded to Arsenal, but he was able to hold it momentarily. But Arsenal have retaken it back through Nichols. It's Nichols to Cabia. Cabia passing quickly to Mhand to Rosiak. Or should that be Kakuri? Yes, it is Kakuri. Kakuri to number 49, Lewis Skelly. Lewis Skelly back towards Kakuri. So Kakuri with the cross, and the ball is now back. And the ball is now swiftly with Andre Onus. Nothing new, but no new scores as of yet between MK Leyton Orient and Colchester. They are in the same group as Arsenal and MK Dons. Remember, it's the Southern Group E. So the ball quickly taken by Jimmy Gower. It's Gower but Gower gives the ball away to MK Dons, and a free kick has been awarded to Arsenal. There might have been a foul which I did not see. So MK Dons playing from left to right, Arsenal from right to left. Free kick swiftly taken by Monlouis. Now the ball has been given to Lewington for MK Dons. Lewington passing to Craig McGillivray. McGillivray passing to Callum Tripp via Carroll. Tripp now passes to Lewington. Lewington to Williams. Now the ball passed back to McGillivray. Arsenal looking to try and get the ball off, but MK Dons are still managing to hold on. So the way things are going, if both of these sides draw, they will be equal on 4 points and still lead, with Leyton Orient picking up their first 3 points. And that was a shove on Sam, and that was a bit of a shove on Sam Shering. That looked like a pretty nasty one at that. So what I meant to say, MK Dons will score at least 1 point. Arsenal will score 1 and lead on 4 points. Colchester United will be second with 3. So whatever happens, win or draw, Arsenal will still lead, but they can only do that if they win or draw. But MK Dons still have the ball. The good ball control by Ilunga. I think he might have fouled somebody, but that looked perfectly legitimate in my view. So Ilunga with the ball does well I think he just went past Josh Nichols as if he didn't know he was there. And I think that may have conceded a corner to MK Dons. It has. And it will be Pritchard to take the corner. He raises his arm. Runs up. Hits the ball in towards the 18-yard box. And it does and the attack and the subsequent attack by MK Dons just doesn't work. And now the ball has been given away that was just the aftermath of what happened. And I think a substitute has been brought on. He has. Keon Lewis Burgess has come on as a substitute for MK Dons. We'll let you know who he substituted for in a moment or two, as Arsenal's under-21s get ready to take the throw. It's Sam Shering that Lewis Burgess has come on for. And so, ball now being thrown by Lewis Scally. Almost given away to MK Dons. Ball now back with Monlouis. Monlouis to Josh Nichols. It's Nichols to Ismail Kabia. Kabia to Mahand. Now back towards Nichols. Cross by Nichols down the wing, but picked up by Pritchard. Retaken, though, for Arsenal by Miles Lewis Skelly. Not for long. Bit of an argument between these two. The referee did well to calm things down. It's given a free kick to Arsenal. Monlouis to Nygaard. Nygaard towards, I think that was Hinch. Now the ball's been picked up by Butler Oyedeji. Butler Oyedeji passes to Andre Anus. Anus now to Kabia. Kabia! And just whistles past the post. That's the closest that anyone's come to scoring so far in the second half. Very unlucky by Anus, who scored in the first. Very unlucky by Anus, who scored earlier on in the first half. No, in fact, it wasn't. It was Ismail Kabia. I think Kabia might have had a few chances himself in the first half. Now it's given a corner to Arsenal. And to take the corner will be Michael Rosiak. And still no new goals coming in between Leyton Orient and Colchester United. Ball now headed, but hits the side netting. So nothing comes up that corner from Arsenal. And that's no way was that going to go in. I think that might have been from Kakuri. So play now resumes, and after the ball goes Butler Oyedeji. Arsenal have managed to retake it though, and I think that looked like almost an attempt at goal by Salah Oulad Mhand, but it goes over the crossbar. I think it might have just hit. I think it might have just clipped it. So Mhand should have passed to Jimmy Gower, in my opinion, and the deflection of I think both the two defenders by MK Dons has just sent it over the line. So it's given Arsenal another corner. Rosiak to take the corner. Both his arms are raised, and he kicks the ball in towards the 18-yard box. Palmed away by McGillivray, but Arsenal still want to score, and the ball has been pushed over the line. I think that's going to be a free throw in this time to Arsenal, or is it actually going to? No, it is going to be a long range throw, and it will be Josh Nichols, I think, that will take the throw. Yes, indeed, it will be. Josh Nichols waits for the right moment to throw, and he throws to Gower, but headed by Sonny Finch. Over the line it goes though, and that will be another throw to MK Dons. And the corner palmed away by McGillivray. That was very good defensive work by the MK Dons goalkeeper. Free kick given to MK Dons though, and it will be Lewington that will take the free kick for the Dons. And that was almost dangerous, giving the ball straight to Craig McGillivray in goal, because that Arsenal forward looked like he was going to try. That Arsenal forward would have pounced otherwise. Well, it's now with Keon Lewis Burgess to McGillivray. Trip to Lewington. Lewington now towards Ilunga. Now back to Lewington. Lewington straight towards, I think that might have been Pritchard, and I think someone's gone down. It's Ellis Harrison, but he's up, but he's in great pain. Play continues though. The MK Dons fans aren't going to be happy with that. Lewis Kelly almost given away back to Harrison. But defended well by Arsenal and Zayn Monlui. Monlui to Lewis Skelly. Now Rosiak. Rosiak this time to Kakuri. Kakuri to Rosiak. Rosiak crossing down the wing to Jimmy Gower. Gower to I think that might have been Lewis Skelly. Lewis Skelly straight to Nygaard in goal. Given away to Tom Carroll though, and that could give MK Dons the incentive to attack. It's Carroll up the wing to Sonny Finch by the looks of it, I think. Now, but given away back to Gower. And it's still 1-0 between Leyton Orient and Colchester. But going straight forward is Maldini Kakuri, but it ends up in the hands of Craig McGillivray. 58 minutes gone. It's still MK Dons 2, Arsenal under 21s 2. Trip to I think that's MJ Williams to Pritchard. I think Pritchard was looking to pass it back to Tripp, but over the line. But the ball has gone over the line. I think that was good defensive work by Andre Anus for Arsenal. And in terms of the match stats, MK Dons have had more possession than Arsenal. Equal shots on target, 9 each. 2 on target for MK Dons, 4 for Arsenal. And the Gunners now have the ball once again through with them hand, I should say. Josh Nichols. Nichols passing to Mhand. Now the ball being passed to Lewis Skelly. Lewis Skelly to Andre Anus. Anus to Lewis Skelly. I think a player's gone down in the 18-yard box. Was he fouled? I couldn't see what happened, but it doesn't result in anything. Zane Monlouis, I should say. Monlouis to Lewis Skelly. Now back towards Monlouis. And Arsenal doing really well to hold on to the ball, despite MK Dons wanting to tackle this off them. So, now with Lucas Nygaard. And Nygaard crossing to Anus. I think Anus looked like it was going for the ball, but it's now with Mhand. Mhand with the ball. And defended by MK Dons through Joe Pritchard. Lewis Skelly to Rosiak. Rosiak now passing to Maldini Kakuri. Kakuri to Nichols. Back now with Kakuri. Kakuri down the wing, I should say, to Lewis Skelly. It's Lewis Skelly to Andre Anus. Getting a bit physical between him and Lewis Burgess. And the ball has now made its way to Butler Oyedeji, but offside has been given, or was there a handball involved? I couldn't really see what happened. But either way, it's given a goal kick to Craig McGillivray. McGillivray, or was that a free kick? No, it was a free kick. So McGillivray to Callum Tripp. Now the ball has been given to. Now there was a ball pass to Ilunga, and it's still 1-0. And it's still 1-0 between Leyton Orient and Colchester. So it's now with Jimmy Gower for Arsenal. Gower to Anus. Anus, and that looked like almost a goal from Nathan Butler Oyedeji. So Gower had the ball. Good teamwork between him and Anus, and Butler Oyedeji was about to have a go at goal, but deflected away well by Tom Carroll. So corner to Arsenal. He raises both arms and kicks the ball into the 18-yard box, but headed away by MK Dons. I think that was Keon Lewis Burgess. But the Gunners want that third goal. Ball now given up. The ball was with Lewis Skelly, but I think he might have been fouled. He was. I think that was by Ilunga. Complaining to the referee, saying he should have been given a yellow. No, in fact, it was MJ Williams who tackled the ball. It was MJ Williams who took the ball off him. And I think two substitutes are about to be made for MK Dons. Yes, they are. As Ellis Harrison makes way for Tommy Lee, and Chase Medwinter is coming on in place of Sonny Finch. So we're waiting for Medwinter to. So we're now waiting for Medwinter to make an appearance as Sonny Finch runs off the pitch to take a breather. He's played a really fraught match, and Medwinter makes his way onto the pitch. Still got plenty of time before I decide who my player of the match is. as sponsored by Commentary Services. It's going to be a tough one, but I'm sure we'll find. But I'm sure I'll find someone. As Nygaard was able to stop an MK Dons attack, but it's been given away to Ilunga. Ilunga gives it away to Josh Nichols. Nichols to Amonlui. Anus to Butler Oyedeji. Passing to Jimmy Gower. Gower to I think that was Kakuri. Well, not being crossed forward to Anus, but given away to Keon Burgess. Taken back by Arsenal through Lewis Skelly. It's hand to Gower. Jimmy Gower passes to Rosiak. Now it's with Zane Monlui, and Monlui having his shirt pulled by Medwinter. Medwinter lucky to get away with it. That was the right side of the halfway line. So Monlui takes the free kick, passes quickly to Nygaard. It's Nygaard to Lewis Skelly, and Lewis Skelly did well to fend off a challenge by Joe Pritchard. Ball now goes up the wing to Ismail Kabia. Kabia to him hand. Now given away to MK Dons and Dean Lewington, but Arsenal have taken it back through Nichols. It's Nichols to him hand, and defended really well by Callum Tripp. And he did really well. And he did really well to halt Arsenal's chance at a third goal. Was there a bit of a collision between Keon Lewis Burgess and Anus? I don't know. There might have been, because I think Anus got caught up in the goal net. Either way, it's given a corner to Arsenal. So he raises his arm, signals he's ready, and in goes the ball in towards the 18-yard box, but picked up by MK Dons. Now back with Arsenal and Jimmy Gower. Gower doing well to hold off Medwinter. Medwinter after the ball, but Gower's saying, "Not on your life, sunshine. That ball is mine." He passes quickly to Andre Anus. Anus to Miles Lewis Skelly. Lewis Skelly to Zane Monlui. Arsenal still managed to retain the ball through Michael Rosiak. And the ball is now at the right side, the left side of the halfway line. Andre Anus towards Butler Oyedeji, and Oyedeji towards Gower, but kept away by MK Dons. Still 1-0 between Leighton Orient and Colchester United as of now. No further goals coming in, but the referee has blown his whistle for something. A free kick to, and looks like it'll be a free kick to Arsenal, and it will be Rosiak. It will be Rosiak that will take the free kick. Everyone get into their correct positions. Only two players from MK Dons to form the defensive wall. Rosiak stands behind the ball. He's raises his arm, and in it goes. But that was a poorly timed free kick. Too much power, and over the line it went. That looked too powerful to me. And no way was anyone going to get it. Just almost 21 and a half minutes to go until full time. It still remains MK Dons 2, Arsenal under 21s 2. Ball now given back to Arsenal. But I think an Arsenal under-21 player was fouled. It was Nathan Butler Oyedeji. Play still goes on though. Okay, Dons have the ball through Lewington. It's Lewington. Lewington was aiming for Tom Carroll, but Arsenal were able to cut him off. Was now with Chase Medwinter. Medwinter. I was going to say how well he held on, but he was tackled by Miles Lewis Skelly. This is what happened. I think Lewis Skelly was very aggressive in tackling the ball. No yellow card given. Free kick straight away taken by MK Dons. It's Carroll to Singh Herdit. Now Ilunga. Free kick this time to Arsenal though. And Arsenal have been knocking on the door of the MK Dons goal for the past few minutes. But now it seems as though MK Dons are MK Dons are forcing them back into their corner. As Nygaard clears the ball forward. But given away to MK Dons. Now retaken by Arsenal. The ball is now with Butler Oyedeji. And it clips and it's deflected away, I should say, by Callum Tripp. That looked like a very convincing lead up to goal by Nathan Butler Oyedeji. But a corner has been given. It's still raining at the stadium, MK, and the rain is coming, and it's heavy rain by the looks of it. Just as well, the game is still continuing to go ahead. Remember, Cheltenham Town against Reading is postponed due to a waterlogged pitch. The ball now sails into the 18-yard box through the corner. But picked up by Butler Oyedeji, and he's missed the chance, just smacked against the left side of the post. Very unlucky. And I think the rebound was deflected away as well. So now just take another look. The ball initially came off Callum Tripp. Butler Oyedeji couldn't take advantage. Butler Oyedeji tried to take advantage, but it just bounced off the post, and it looked to me as though Andre Anus was waiting, but he couldn't take advantage either. So yet another corner to Arsenal. Michael Rosiak to take. Short corner by Rosiak to Gower. Now back to Rosiak. This time back towards Gower, but sent away by Tom Carroll for a throw. Throw taken by Carroll. Almost given away to Josh Nichols. But over the line it goes for another throw. And in fact it wasn't Nichols. It was number 18, Tommy Lee. And an MK Dons player is down. It's Demarai Singh Herdit. He's writhing about on the ground. He's in some degree of pain. That looks very nasty indeed. Just going to now take another look at this, and that looked very forceful by the Arsenal player who tackled. That might have been Josh Nichols, and in fact I think Nichols has come off. And in fact Nichols has suffered as well, or is it Zane Monlouis? Or is it Zane Monlouis? I think it's actually Zane Monlouis. So play will have to be stopped for a few minutes, and everyone now sprinting over to the touchline to take advantage of a drink. Mehmet Ali giving his instructions from the touchline towards the players, but still no new goals between Leyton Orient and Colchester at the moment. So it looks as though Zaymon Louis will be able to continue. Just having a quick word. It's just having a quick word with having a quick word with the coach, Scott Lindsay. Scott Lindsay now handing the fourth official and Scott Lindsay now handing the fourth official a note or something. And I can see one of the substitutes, Rian Silva, looking as though he might be coming on. I think that looks like a pretty bad knock for Demarai Singh heard it, and that confirms it. Rian Silva will be coming on in his place. With less than 15 minutes to go, and I think about to come on as well is Albert Wood. But who is Albert Wood going to come on for? The answer is Joe Pritchard. So Joe Pritchard makes his way off the pitch, and we wish the best. And we wish all the best to Demarai Singh heard it. Hope the knock is not too serious. So Keon Lewis Burgess gets things back underway for MK Dons. The ball is now with MJ Williams back to Lewis Burgess. Lewis Burgess up the wing to Tom Carroll. Now a further cross up the wing to Tommy Lee. Now with Ilunga. Ilunga sends the ball over the line. Did it come off an Arsenal player? Yes, it did. A throw-in has been given to them. MJ Williams passing to Callum Tripp. Now down the wing to Keon Lewis Burgess. Lewis Burgess to Wood. Almost given away to Anus, but Wood was able to hold on. Over the line it goes, though. And that will be a goal kick. And that will be a goal kick to Arsenal. Or is it a corner? No, it's a corner because it might have just come off an Arsenal player. Will Wood take the corner? I thought he was going to, but no, he is not. And the man to take the corner for MK Dons will be Dean Lewington. Raises his arm and kicks the ball in towards the goal. There's a lot of players inside the 18-yard box and almost dented by the substitute Silva. Unlucky. Arsenal able to reclaim it through Butler Oyedeji. But MK Dons so close to making it 3-2. There was quite the scramble inside the 18-yard box, and Rian Silva just couldn't take advantage of the ball being positioned where he was. Butler Oyedeji did well to hold on. Butler Oyedeji did well to intercept, but he was fouled in the process. So that's given a free kick to Arsenal under-21s, and that will be Lucas Nygaard to take the free kick. Almost 12 minutes to go until full time. You're listening to the Commentary Hub with me, Nicholas Jones, and we're also live on the Commentary Hub too, as well as our Twitch channel. So the ball is now with Zane Monlouis. Zane Monlouis to Josh Nichols, but Tommy Lee is hunting him down. Nichols does well to hold on. He passes quickly to the captain, Monlouis. Monlouis to Gower. Gower passes to Nygaard. Nygaard clearing the ball forward to Cabia, but Dean Lewington gets there before he does. Cabia slips up. Lewington to I couldn't see who that might have been. Carroll almost picked up by Silva, but given away to Arsenal through a lapse of concentration. It's Nygaard and Colchester United have equalised. Ben Goodliffe in the 79th minute has made it 1-1 for the U's. And it's Tom Carroll with the ball for MK Dons, crossing to Tommy Lee, and saved by Nygaard. Just saw an MK Dons player go down. He's struggling to come, but he's struggling to get back up. They've been hit with fouls and knocks in recent minutes. Have MK Dons. So we're now going to see what's caused the foul. That was the initial foul on Nathan Butler Oyedeji, and Albert Wood tried to tackle it, but I couldn't really make out who the player was that went down. Scott Lindsay pacing up and down the pitch, or is that Mehmed Ali? No, it's actually the fourth official as Anus. As Anus makes his way back, and the physio's still tending to the injured MK Dons player. That could well be just a minor knock or something. We don't know yet. But the way things stand right now, Arsenal and Colchester will still lead their group, and MK Dons and Leyton Orient will get their first points on the board. So we now have just under 10 minutes to go. Goodness knows how many minutes are going to be added on in injury time as the game is restarted. It's Arsenal with Maldini Kakuri to Rosiak to Monlouis to back towards Rosiak, I should say, over the halfway line. Now back over the other side to Miles Lewis Skelly. Now it's with Monlouis. He's over the halfway line. Back towards Lewis Skelly. Now the ball is with Jimmy Gower. Gower to Lewis Skelly. And now Arsenal looking to attack once again, but kept out by MK Dons. That was good ball control, but by Kakuri and Ismail Kabia. So it's Kabia with the ball once again inside the 18-yard box. Couldn't find a gap to pass to Jimmy Gower. Two good attempts at setting up a goal by Arsenal, but it just wasn't to be. Nice deflection by Keon Lewis Burgess, and that is a goal kick to MK Dons, to be taken by Craig McGillivray. So McGillivray to Monlouis. Now it's going towards Butler Oyedeji, but picked up just the right moments by MJ Williams. Over the line it goes. Hand to Kabia. Now the ball is with Josh Nichols. Nichols to I think that was Monlouis, and Tommy Lee has been given a yellow card. That might have been for a foul on Josh Nichols. Free kick given to Arsenal. We'll just try and confirm whether it was Josh Nichols he fouled. And yes, it was just an unnecessary push in the back there. Rightly deserved that yellow card. And so Andre Anus almost converted into his own net by Dean Lewington, but he seemed to know what he was doing, and he sent it out, and he sent it past the net. And that will have given and that's given MK Dons a goal kick. So good defensive work. By Dean Lewington. So Craig McGillivray takes a few steps back and kicks the ball forward. Headed by I think that was Tom Carroll. Given this time to Nygaard. And the ball is now with Rosiak. It's up the wing by Rosiak to Mhand. So Mhand to Kabia. Long pass towards him. Kabia trying to find a gap. Mhand to Josh Nichols. Now back towards Mhand. Rosiak to Miles Lewis Skelly. So Lewis Skelly to Andre Anus. Now back towards Lewis Skelly. Lewis Skelly finds Maldini Kakuri. Maldini Kakuri to Mhand. Now it's with Josh Nichols. Nichols to Gower. Gower back towards Nichols. Rosiak to Lewis Skelly. Now Zane Monlouis. Zane Monlouis to Rosiak. Rosiak. This time I couldn't see it. It's still 1-1 between Colchester and Leyton Orient. Was now with Monlouis. Now Rosiak to Miles Lewis Skelly. Lewis Skelly back to Rosiak. Rosiak now to Kakuri. Kakuri to Josh Nichols. Nichols to Akabia. Given away to MK Dons. Tommy Lee almost fouled. Tommy Lee fouled. I think he did well. I think he tried to hold on to it but couldn't. So I think he tried to look as though he wasn't fouled, but in fact he was, and that has given MK Dons a free kick. We'll let you know very shortly who my player of the match will be, but at this moment in time, it is too close to call at the moment. Nichols does well to keep it inside the line. Passes to Mhand. Mhand to Jimmy Gower. It's Gower to Anus. Anus back towards Gower. Cleared away by Tom Carroll. Now back with Monlouis. Monlouis to Miles Lewis Skelly. Skelly to Michael Rosiak. And it's Rosiak to Josh Nichols. But it goes over the line. And that will be a goal kick to MK Dons. So there are plenty of players to choose from, but I think I've made up my mind. And it was a player, and my player of the match is a player who featured brilliantly in the first half and scored 2 goals. So onto the pitch for Arsenal comes Romari Ford in place of Romari Ford in place of Kabia. And whilst that's going on, I can now decide who my player of the match is, and it is Ellis Harrison of MK Dons. Scored two incredible goals. The first one was just absolutely awesome. So my player of the match, as sponsored by Commentary Services, is Ellis Harrison. Well done to him. And whilst that's going on, still 0-0 between Leyton Orient and Colchester, which is now around surely a few minutes from full time. And onto the pitch comes number 39 for Arsenal, Harrison Dudziak. And so Harrison Dudziak makes his way onto the pitch in place of Jimmy Gower. So Anus. Now it's with Anus. Carroll for MK Dons. Good tackle by MK Dons. It's now Rian Silva. He's under pressure from Michael Michael Rosiak. Ball now goes towards the goalkeeper, Nygaard. Nygaard to Rosiak. Ball's been given away to Miles Lewis Skelly. Now the ball's been forwarded to Nathan Butler-Oyedeji. 6 minutes have been added on. That doesn't surprise me, given the lengthy periods of stoppage time that we had when those two MK Dons players were injured. So the ball now given back to McGillivray in goal. There should be a few. I think a few minutes have been added on between Leyton Orient. A few minutes have been added on between Leyton Orient and Colchester. We'll soon find out. And the ball is still being played to and fro between the two sides. Now given to Ilunga for MK Dons. He passes to Rian Silva. Ball is now with Tom Carroll. Tom Carroll passing to Lewis Burgess. Lewis Burgess to McGillivray. McGillivray. That's a lovely forward cross to number 39. Sonny, I think that might have been Finch, or was it? No, it wasn't. It was Chase Medwinter. Throw in to MK Dons as the ball went up. Throw into MK Dons as the ball went over the line. So Albert Wood throws to MJ Williams. MJ Williams to Dean Lewington. And it's Lewington this time to, I couldn't see who it was. It was actually Tom Carroll. Tom Carroll back to Albert Wood. Wood to Tommy Lee. And that looked like an attempt at a cross, but it was defended by Arsenal. Thrown by Josh Nichols. Given to number 43, Romari Ford. Ford to I think that was Mhand. Mhand passing to Zayn Monlouis. Monlouis back to Mhand. Josh Nichols. Mhand once again. Mhand to Miles Lewis Skelly. Lewis Skelly now finds Nathan Butler-Oyedeji. But play has been stopped. This was the attempt at goal just now by MK Dons. Lovely cross in by Carroll. I am actually surprised it missed everybody. Could have easily been the third goal for MK Dons. And the game between Leyton Orient and Colchester is still going on. Whilst Peterborough United against Stevenage has been interrupted due to rain. Should get the full time results in in around a few minutes' time. So decent. So a bit of an aggressive foul there on a player, on an MK Dons player. Difficult to see who it was. I think that might have been Albert Wood. Play resumes though. It's Rosiak to Josh Nichols. Nichols back towards Rosiak. Rosiak to Miles Lewis Skelly. Now back to Rosiak. Rosiak to Josh Nichols. Now back to Rosiak. Rosiak down the wing to number 50, the captain Monlouis. Monlouis to Butler Oyedeji. But over the line it goes. But over the goal line it goes, and it will be another goal kick to MK Dons. Arsenal have been coming up with some great opportunities, but either the weather has beaten them, or MK Dons' defence has just been too strong. Need I remind you that if things stay as they are, Arsenal and Colchester will still lead their group table on 4 points each. But not if MK Dons has anything to do with it. And we now enter the final minutes. And play has been stopped for some reason. I think that's just the ball being taken. I think that's just the ball taking too long. A corner has been awarded to MK Dons, and it will be taken by Rian Silva. So Rian Silva gets the ball into the 18-yard box, but it goes over the line, and that will be a goal kick to Arsenal. We're now into the final few seconds of injury time, and the referee signals the end of the match. It's full time. Arsenal. It's MK Dons 2, Arsenal under 21s 2, and we should have the final result between Leyton Orient and Colchester. That's still going on at the moment. But what a frenetic first half it was. The second half promised much. Yes, it was a bit tame despite those two MK Dons players' injuries. MK Dons were just resilient throughout the first half. They held their lead. Arsenal equalised. There was hope for them, but their attempts at goal just didn't result in anything. And MK Dons did brilliantly to ensure that they did not go ahead even further. Final score at the Stadium MK. MK Dons 2, Arsenal under 21 2. And so we now wait for the score. To come in. There's a break going on between Leyton Orient and Colchester United. And in the meantime, we'll take a look at the other final results. It's finished Carlisle United 0, Wigan Athletic 2. Cheltenham Town against Reading earlier. Cheltenham Town against Reading, remember, was in fact postponed due to a waterlogged pitch. Fleetwood Town 3, Barrow 0. We'll get the final results between Leyton Orient and Colchester United in a moment or two. Morecambe 4, Nottingham Forest under 21s 2. Notts County 0, Northampton Town 2. Peterborough United against Stevenage 2-0 has been interrupted due to rain. Rotherham United 3, Newcastle United under 21s 1. Swindon Town 4, Bristol Rovers 0. And Tranmere Rovers against Accrington Stanley finished 2-1. The scores of the games that are currently still going on, which started later, don't forget. Grimsby Town 1, Lincoln City 1 is the score after 73 minutes. Shrewsbury Town 0, Birmingham City 3 is the current score after 69 minutes. Wrexham 3, Wolverhampton Wanderers under 21 0. And a goal has just gone in for AFC Wimbledon in their match against Crawley Town. They are 3-0 up away after 57 minutes. Bolton Wanderers 0. Aston Villa under 21 0 is the score after 57 minutes. Crewe Alexandra 1. Harrogate Town 0 is the current score after 58 minutes. And Huddersfield Town 0. Barnsley 0 is the current score after 56 minutes. Still waiting for the final result to come in between Leyton Orient and Colchester United. Should read 3-1 whilst I was reading through the results. Matty Stevens and James Tilley were the goal scorers for AFC Wimbledon. As things stand right now, Arsenal and Colchester will still head the group on 3 points each. With Leyton Orient and MK Dons also picking up a point as well. And penalties have been given. So we go to penalties between Arsenal and penalties now between Arsenal and MK Dons. It'll be Arsenal to take the first one. I didn't realise this was coming, so I apologise for that. And it will be Rosiak to take the first goal for Arsenal. Saved by Craig McGillivray. Just didn't know what it was. And it still remains 0-0. So MK Dons to take the penalty, this time with Dean Lewington. And Leyton Orient against Colchester United has gone to penalties as well. So Lewington to take the penalty for MK Dons, and in it goes. And that was an excellent one for the captain. Superbly taken by Lewington. And to take the penalty for Arsenal is Michael Rosiak. So Rosiak saved again by McGillivray. Arsenal once again draw a blank. Craig McGillivray well saved, and in fact it was actually Salah Ladmhand. So MJ Williams to take the penalty for MK Dons. Can he make it 2? No is the answer, and it just clipped the crossbar. So I just have to update the score a bit here. No, it just clipped the crossbar. Once again, I do apologise. I didn't realise that penalties were coming. So now to take the penalty for so now to take the next penalty for Arsenal is Harrison Dudziak, but he misses once again, and that could well seal it for MK Dons. What a save there by Craig McGillivray. MK Dons, I feel sure, need to score the next two penalties, and the game will be theirs. So it'll be Tom Carroll to take the penalty for MK Dons. Referee blows his whistle. Carroll runs up and kicks the penalty into the goal. And that was just what the doctor ordered for them. And it looks as though the game will be going to MK Dons. So now to take the fourth penalty for Arsenal is Maldini Kakuri. So Kakuri runs up and in it goes. That's the first penalty for Arsenal. Just what they needed, but had it come too late. Nice finish, straight up into the top center, straight into the top center of the net, and it's now a penalty to MK Dons. That will be taken by Tommy Lee, and Lee straight in there, and that has surely won it for MK Dons. He just knew what he was doing. And in it went. That's the official, and that's the results. MK Dons have won it. That's the results. MK Dons have won it. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, they've won it. They've done enough. MK Dons have what? And they've done it. MK Dons have won 4-1 on penalty. And they've done it. MK Dons have won 4-1 on penalties. And that is surely their first points on the board. So we'll take a look. And Leyton Orient have won after penalties as well. So they win 4-2 on. So they win their game 4-2 on penalties. And that just about wraps up our coverage on the commentary hub. But before we go, we will now take a look at the final scores and results. And we'll now take a look at the final results and the scores for the Bristol Street Motors Trophy. So, as we mentioned earlier, Carlisle United 0, Wigan Athletic 2, Cheltenham Town against Reading postponed due to a waterlogged pitch. Fleetwood Town 3, Barrow 0. Leyton Orient win 4-2 Leyton Orient win 4-2 on penalties after the initial full-time results of 1-1. MK Dons win 4-2 on penalties. Win 4-2 on penalty. Win 4-1 on penalties in their game against Arsenal. Morecambe 4, Nottingham Forest under 21s 2. Notts County 0, Northampton Town 2. And Peterborough United against Stevenage back underway after the interruption of rain. It's now Peterborough United. It's currently Peterborough United 2, Stevenage 3 after 73 minutes. Full-time results: Rotherham United 3, Newcastle United under 21s 1. We'll have Russ's report in a moment. Swindon Town 4, Bristol Rovers 0. And Tranmere Rovers 2, Accrington Stanley 1. The current latest scores are Grimsby Town 1, Lincoln City 1. Shrewsbury Town after 84 minutes. Shrewsbury Town 0, Birmingham City 4 after 80 minutes. Wrexham 3, Wolverhampton Wanderers under 21 0 after 84 minutes. Bolton Wanderers 0, Aston Villa under 21s 1. Crawley Town 3 0, AFC Wimbledon 3 is the current score after 68 minutes. Crewe Alexandra 1, Harrogate Town 0 is the current score after 69 minutes. And Huddersfield Town lead Barnsley by a goal to 0 after 67 minutes. And Russ's final report on the Rotherham United against Newcastle United under 21s. Rotherham get the 3 points following a brace from Jordan Hugill and a goal for Esper Onsong. And a mistake from Zach Jules allowed Newcastle to get one back. And the full-time results, as I mentioned, Rotherham United 3, Newcastle United under 21s 1. And we're now going to take a look at the standings for Arsenal and MK Dons' group. Arsenal are on 4 points, with Colchester also on 4. And MK Dons and Leyton Orient have now got their first points on the board. So there's still quite a few matches to be played in the group stages. The next round of fixtures will be on the 29th of October. But Arsenal will be on the 29th of October. MK Dons will play against Leyton Orient on the 12th. Will play against Leyton Orient on the 12th of November. So what a game between both sides. And I'd say that wraps things up for our coverage on the commentary hub. We're glad that you were able to join us. We're glad that you were able to join us. Don't forget any other games that will be coming up tomorrow. Don't forget any other games that will be coming up tomorrow. And don't forget any other games that will be coming up. We will be the next scheduled match that we've got coming up is on the 19th of October in the Premier League with Paul James. That is Bournemouth against Arsenal. And my next scheduled match is on the 19th of October, which is Reading against Crawley Town in League One. So that's it from us. So that's it for tonight. From myself, Nicholas Jones, and everybody else on the Comedy Hub. Have a great evening. Take the greatest of care. Good night.